.NET Framework? .NET Framework is actually kind of a platform uh, which has some tools and some programming languages and some libraries, of course, which are used to develop some apps, and these apps are in different languages, let's say C sharp, F sharp, Java sharp, which is a combination of Java and Visual Java, Visual Basic, um, and uh, to create these apps in these languages and then run those different kind of apps. And it has different kind of implementations, the .NET framework, which makes it possible to run on Windows, Linux, and Mac OS, and Android operating systems, etc. um, how a program is actually compiled in when you compile a program written in these languages using the .NET framework, you normally get these kind of assemblies, DLL or executables, and then these executables, then they pass through some engine which is called CLR, and then they are converted to machine code, depending upon the underlying architecture of the system, or whatever the operating systems it is running on. And so yeah, so this is the main execution engine which is used to run these programs, which is called CLR. And also this class library, of course, class library contains all those functions, data types, strings, you know, um, different kind of APIs, for input output stream, file reading, and database connections, and all those, providing all those features, in the form of classes and functions. So this is what this class library component of .NET framework is. And this second component, as I explained before, this is the main execution engine of the .NET framework, CLR. um, it takes code compiled in Common Intermediate Language, CIL, and converts it, passes through it, and it converts it through to a machine code. Um, this Common Intermediate Language compiled code is the same thing that I use the term the .dll and .executable. It is just, this is a different name for it, for these assemblies that are created after compiling the code in .NET framework, and then it passes through CLR and it converts into a machine code depending on the underlying architecture of the system over which this is run. So that's a short explanation of .NET framework.